Hi, hope you're having a nice lunch. You know, the joke of the year, maybe of the decade, was when the Obama administration and the Congressional Budget Office said that Obamacare would cut the federal deficit by $100 billion or more over a 10-year period. That was absolutely hysterical. That will stand in the annals of gruesome humor. Because what's actually happening is the cost of Obamacare is likely to go crazy. Here's how it's going to work. Right now, about 70% of American workers have health insurance at the job. And Obama said that that would continue under Obamacare. Well, he won't, because those health insurance policies average $6,000 per person and $13,000 for a family of four. If employers decide to drop the insurance coverage of their employees, under Obamacare, they can do so. They can pay a $2,000 fine per employee, and then the employee will get his insurance from the insurance exchanges that Obama's setting up with the federal subsidies so they don't have to pay more than 10% of their income in health insurance costs. So what's going to happen is that employers, particularly small businesses, are going to say, well, I don't want to spend $13,000 or $7,000. I'd rather spend the $2,000 and just take the fine and send them to get their insurance coverage under the insurance exchanges. Right now, these businesses don't drop their employees because they want to offer health insurance to them as an incentive to get good workers and because they like them and for industrial relations. But under the new program, if they deny coverage, the feds will pick it up. So what's going to happen now is that tens of millions of people are going to find their job dropping them from insurance and sending them to these insurance exchanges. Now, that's bad news for the feds, and it's bad news for the individual covered. For the person covered, they would no longer get free insurance or insurance with a small contribution that they might have to make at their current workplace. They either pay the entire cost of the insurance, or if they make less than, say, $70,000, they get a sliding scale of government reimbursement. But the scale only kicks in after you're spending about 10% of your income on health insurance. So you really are being sentenced to spend 10% of your income on insurance that you're now basically getting for either free or for very little. And from the point of view of the taxpayers, these tens of millions of people are going to come on the insurance rolls, and the federal government will have to subsidize them because of the subsidy that we talked about. So this tab is likely to run $400 to $600 billion more over a 10-year period than Obama has estimated. So it's going to add almost $500 billion to the federal budget deficit. Essentially, what it does is it transfers the cost of providing health insurance from the employer to the policyholder and the taxpayer, which is a terrific thing to do at a time when we're running a $1.5 trillion federal deficit. You know, the more you learn about Obamacare, the more you realize that the fundamental task of the next president and the next Congress is to repeal this thing before it absolutely destroys the American healthcare system and our economy to boot. So thanks for listening, and let's get to work on doing that.